I'm Christoph. I also did. I'm so happy to hear about your study, no? Kay. I also did an undergrad study on hybridity and liminality. Um, some short story collections of fantasy writers as well. I'm just curious. Among our study, Manggod, is focused on the liminal subjects of the liminal characters in the stories. I just wanna or like get a clear picture or understanding. What's your definition? How did you use liminality? Is it for the landscape, or is it the characters' encounters of the dewatas or the deity? So I think there's just a distinction. I just like to know the distinction of that.
Actually mainly thought about the place, but the more I think about it, the the place itself is not like Doc Hope said, because it's a presence in and of itself. And in my own mind, I think these nature spirits, these guardian spirits, embody that the place which they guard or they protect. So they are liminal only in the sense that there was something that makes it sacrosanct. The place itself becomes sacrosanct because of those creatures. But also, uh, I think that is from a supernatural sense, in a more realistic and grounded sense, or in an ecocentric sense. Nature and natural spots, landmarks become liminal, and that they would actually deserve our respect, our reverence, our awe, and this type of seeing nature as something grand and something that we are a part of and deserves our say term ana we shepherd nature na kanang we yes kanang we stewards, yes. So that's the word I was looking for.
All right, thank you so much, Sir RJ. I hope he answered the question, Sir Christoph. All right. Other questions from the body?
Doc, congratulations for that wonderful study, no? So, I have some clarification. By the way, I'm Dr. Basho from West Visayas State University.
Hi, sir.
And may I be clarified why among the following short stories of Dr. Lariosa, or the writer you mentioned, why is it that you choose only 5 among those short stories? And may also ask if it is highlighted also in your background why you choose that 5 stories as this concerns with environmental issues. Thank you, sir.
Also, there are actually 2 answers for this. The simple answer is we were required to have 5 short stories for this study. But the more better answer is that I was actually during the time that I was writing the research, what was more popular was actually ecofeminism. And I was thinking, how can I share this to communities when ecofeminism tends to be more abstract when you discuss this to communities? Oh, sorry, Doc. But when I talk about this, Doc, Doc, dili kay sila makadakop. So I thought, since they were poor, why not look at this literature on the perspective of Marxism, wherein the human experience is greatly affected by the economy. And when I was looking into that approach, I realized that there are certain patterns in our society that ultimately leads to the degradation of nature. Take for example, most in different it is always the elite who would gain a lot from destroying the environment. When the poor does that, they get imprisoned. But then when it is profitable, it becomes industrialized, and then it would require more capital, and then mas makakuha ng mga dato. And that was actually the reason why I selected those 5 specific stories, because they deal with social inequality leading to environmental destruction.
Okay, so because this is also finished studies now, so maybe in some tawag dito, enhancement, maybe you can add questions identifying of those write-ups, short stories of Sir Lariosa, why these five only highlighted those issues. No?
Yes, sir.
And to give also justice to all the written short stories of Dr. Lariosa. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, this is just a comment, a rejoinder, because I translated the works of Ernesto Lariosa. And together, I think, Hunger Inayawak di ito. So, for Lamberto Ceballos, but for Ernesto Lariosa, actually, those very stories showcased the, like environmental leanings, because as Joseph had mentioned, these were happening during his lifetime, and he was so concerned. There was really a cement company that was affecting the health of the how do you call this, residents, and so he wrote about it. And you know how writers employ real life situations to critique or to target social issues and make them better. And I suppose these were not the only ones in the entire oeuvre. Those were 10 short stories. All of them highlighted several environmental issues. But probably, I think that this is not in his defense. Maybe because the professor only asked for 5, so he only showcased 5. But I will go back to my eco-feminist kay, the eco-feminist, of course, will tie up the oppression of women with the degradation of the environment, and also patriarchal structures, all this combined. And especially in one of the examples, katong dili na manugpa
Kundi na manugpa ang
ang
mga
mga langgam. And there was another one, the
Simon Shore.
Simon Shore. That's a very you can use ecofeminism there, and probably maybe not take it literally, because when we see it, we call it Mother Earth. We don't say Father Earth. So sometimes the labels can serve to constrict or to limit our understanding. So kato lang ang naana ko sa ecofeminist. Sorry. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. This question is specific to Ms. Hazel Cesar. I just want some clarification on how did you use the term Anthropocene? Because to my understanding, Anthropocene is a geological proposed framework, and then that's the superiority of the age of man, which is in contrary to Holocene, the age of the Ice Age, and the other scenes about the meteor, the dinosaurs, so on and so forth. But while listening to your presentation in the module, what you criticize is actually anthropocentrism, which shouldn't be conflated with the Anthropocene.
Right.
And because the Anthropocene is not anthropocentrism,
Right.
And then that's what I wanted you to clarify. Because if in the Anthropocene they say there are different timelines, they say it started with the discovery of fire. Some say that in the age of discovery. Some say it's the age of capitalism, because of debates where to assign the timeline for people to, for scholars to point out accountability with environmental degradation.
Right.
Because all this ecocentric narratives is also part of the Anthropocene. So I wanted you to clarify the usage of the term and how is it going to be applied in the creative writing modules that you're proposing. Thank you.
All right, thank you that's a very good question. Thank you for that, Doc. So how do I start? So I guess I'll start with my readings, no, because my research interests mainly lie in apocalyptic literature and anthropocentrism in literature, no, and then there's a whole reading list, no, sa literary studies, I guess. So I guess my point there is anthropocentrism being born out of the whole age of the Anthropocene. So I guess that's the clarification I'd like to make, because many eco critics and especially literary studies scholars use that as the frame of reference, no, when they refer to anthropocentrism. So, that's why we relate it to the whole proposed age na Anthropocene, being man as the center or like the supreme being. So, I'm sorry if I didn't establish it in the introduction, because in the interest of time, pero I did write about it in my paper. But yeah, thank you. Very good question.